Hello, everyone. Wanted to do this real estate update. We have built since the weekend 50 more houses of inventory. So on the first, we were sitting 745 houses. Here we are now into Thursday, and we're sitting 796. Now, there is good inventory, good houses to choose from, which is great if you're a buyer. We've seen a move very hard to a 2% environment as well too. What that tells me is that everybody is trying to maximize out the value of their house as interest rates keep moving up. As you know, next week it seems like there's going to be another rate increase, or soon there's going to be another rate increase from the government of Canada. So we're starting to see some inventory build, and we're starting to see some days on market build as well too. What that means is that the marginal houses, the ones that are not the HGTV houses, are going to be on the market and a little bit harder to sell. The other thing that also means is that it becomes harder for the people who can buy to buy, because credit becomes harder. And I have one of those cases right now where they have a stunningly beautiful house that will sell in a stunningly beautiful location, that will sell very, very rapidly. And it will do okay. It won't do historically the top of the market, which was last year, but it will still do okay. I believe it's worth somewhere between 640 and 650, which is still, by Windsor standard, doing okay. But the challenge becomes what they want to move to is 650 to 700. And the challenge becomes, do they have the TDS score or the GDS score from a financing perspective with all of their other debts, whatever other debts they have, a car payment or a credit card payment or whatever people carry from a debt perspective. I just paid off a car yesterday. I don't believe in carrying very much debt. I believe that debt is what's going to be crushing people here very, very soon. And the car's sitting out there. It's Luigi sitting right out my window here. And he's been sitting there for 3 weeks because he needs a little bit of tweaking. His dashboard lights up and says, "Oh, please don't drive me." So I went over to the service garage and I said, "Hey, I just brought Luigi over to you." And he told me, I'm so swamped, Brian, I'm not going to have a chance to look at Luigi until next week, Thursday. Bring him back next week, Thursday. Okay, fine. He's just been sitting in the road anyway. I'll go put him back in the road. So that's why he's sitting out there. But I just paid him off 2 years early. It's like, oh, I got the money sitting there. Let's go pay him off. You know, his interest rate is 5.99%, 6%. Well, it's kind of stupid. If you've got the money sitting there, where else are you going to earn 6% in a risk-free rate? Just pay them off. So that's what I just did. Wrote a check for $6,900 and paid them off. But at the end of the day, those are the kinds of things that people need to be focusing on, is their TDS and GDS score. Now, we, with a paid off $750,000 house and paid off cars and paid off whatever, our TDS and GDS score is soaring. But does it matter? No, because we're not buying another house. We're staying in this one. It's the perfect house for us so far. Sure, I'd love to build another house. I'd love to build one of those barn houses. I really would. And they're not that expensive to build. It's really the cost of the land more than anything else. And finding the right piece of land to be able to build your barn house on. But I digress in this video. What I'm trying to point out is that we're building some days of inventory we're building some days on market. So instead of your house now selling in 5 or 6 days, it will take longer unless it's the HGTV house priced really well. The other thing is that because so many people are choosing to bring their house to market at a 2% competing realtor rate, then suddenly anybody that brings their house at 2.25 or 2.50 is going to have that much better chance to get their house sold because realtors will be paying massive attention as the market cools. Now, today we sold, let me go there. I think today was okay. Not really. So we had been selling an average of about 25 to 28 houses a day. Today we sold 22. We canceled 23. And we listed 58. So there was really a net of nothing in the market, really, when you think about the 58 that we listed, and we sold 22, so 58, 48, 38, that's 36, and we canceled 23, so 36, 26, 16, 13 houses. We gained 13 houses on the day. It's not very much, is it? For a whole massive city the size of Windsor, Essex County, it's not very many houses. But it is starting to slow a dash. So if you're a buyer, it's a massive time to be out here buying because you will not have the same opportunity at any other point in time. If you wait until let's wait until January to see what's going on. Houses are going to be massively expensive in January, and there's not going to be anything on the market because nobody lists their houses in January. Hello? So if you're buying, now's the time to be out there buying. Lock in your interest rates so that you don't have to worry about them going to 7.5%. Lock them in at the 5.8 that they are right now, and that will be an amazing rate 2 years from now. Think about that. That will be an amazing rate 2 years from now. 5.0, what's your interest rate? 5.8. Oh, I would die for 5.89%. So all of it is all good. It's just we're starting to see. I went to lunch yesterday with a realtor or a lawyer friend of mine, and the very first words out of her mouth were, Brian, what is going on in the real estate market? Why is my real estate division so freakingly slow? And she believes that it's because the market turned or the market's slowing down. And I told her, I said, it's not that. You just don't have anybody out there talking to realtors. You're taking me to lunch. You should be taking other realtors to lunch every day. The ones that are doing the transactions. You should be asking me. You're asking me the wrong question. You should be asking me, hey, Brian, could you tell me who the realtors are that are selling all of the houses in Windsor, Essex County? Because, as you say, 20% of the realtors sell 80% of the houses. And I know that you're one of the 20%, but could you tell me who the other 20% are? So that I can start taking them to lunch too, so that hopefully I could start getting some of their real estate transactions across my real estate division. And she looked at me funny and she said, but why would I want to do that? I said, because that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Because, yeah, that's the one way to be able to get some of that business is to take those realtors that are closing the houses, that are doing the deals, take them to lunch. And say, hey, I'd really like some of your business. If I could get one piece of your business, here's what I'm willing to do for your client. It starts with one. And then you get two, and then you get three, because they're closing transactions. So just be a little cautious. If you're a buyer, it's a great time to be out there. Lock in those interest rates and buy, because you want to focus on the houses that have just a 2% commission, because those houses are selling underperforming what they should. because those folks are trying to scramble to get every last dime they can. But when they choose the lower commission structure, they shoot themselves in the foot from a performance perspective. And if you're a buyer, you want to know that. You want to ask what's the competing realtor commission on this one? It's only 2%. Good. Hey, all right. I get to win on this one. Woo-hoo. Go ahead and write me an offer $5,000 less than what they're asking for it. And that realtor's going to say, well, but why? I don't make so much money on that. Who cares about you? It's about you. It's about you buying a house. It's about you winning in this real estate market. It's not about me. It's about you. It's your house, not mine. And so at the end of the day, that's what's going on. We're starting to see, I'm just shooting the shot across the bow. All of a sudden, we're building 50 houses in 2 or 3 days. It's the summertime. There should be more than 22 houses being sold every day. We should be selling 25 or 35 houses a day. And we're just starting to slow down. And I just gave you some good examples about people like me. I'm not buying a house. Mine's paid for. Why in the hell would I buy another one? And then those other people who have credits, but they are a little bit top heavy to be able to move from their 640, 650 to a 710. They just can't do it because the new credit scoring that's coming out every single day. Everything's getting tight. Everybody is getting the can kicked. And so I just want to point that out to you. Be careful out there. Have fun. Go buy if you can. It's a great time to be out there looking. If you have any questions about looking for real estate, give me a jingle, 519-995-6145, 519-995-6145. Have a great day. Bye-bye.